how are we doing today? It's Josh from the Natural Workshop here. I've got a little bit of an interesting project for us to give us a go. I need to make a sawbuck. I haven't got any 2x4s, so what we're going to do today is we're going to use some laminated plywood. This is 18mm CDX, external grade plywood. Real common, real cheap here in the UK. I've got about half a sheet left over from a job that I didn't need. So what we've done is stripped it down into basically 18mm, so 3/4 inch by 3.5 inch, or yeah. So it's basically a 2x4 that's been planed all around, like a nominal thickness 2x4. Once I've stuck two of these together. So that's the plan, that's what we're going to do. And yeah, let's get cracking then, shall we? Cool. Pause that. Okay, cool. So got the brief, figured out what we're going to do. Reasons behind it: we've got a like a nice wood burner over here. If you haven't seen the videos, go check them out. It's a Technic stove. It's like really great piece of kit for keeping the workshop warm, but it's not a sealed unit, so it absolutely munches through timber. And so what we decided to do this year is, instead of getting prep timber, so pre-split and pre-dried, we thought we'd buy a bunch and split it and dry it ourselves. Obviously it's a huge amount cheaper. It's nowhere near as cheap as it is for a lot of you guys in the States, so we have to make the savings where we can. But this is new to me, right? This is new to us as a business. It's new to me. We've done I've chopped like small trees down and bits and pieces, but getting firewood ready for the winter is it's not a very common thing here in the UK. There's people that do it, don't get me wrong, but it's not a hugely common thing here in the UK. So we're gonna have a bit of fun with it, I think. And that's what this project is, a little bit of fun. So yeah, so we have this 18mm CDX timber. We're going to use some Pro 5045P polyurethane glue. This is like the foaming stuff that you get on your hands and it takes weeks to get away. So we're going to chuck that in here in between these two. Whack a load of 18-inch gauge nails in it. This stuff takes like 10-15 minutes to set so that we can use it. I'm not building a house, so I don't need to wait 8 hours. And yeah, so we're going to laminate these together and give it a go. See whether it works. Do you reckon it'll work? I think it'll work, but we'll give it a go. So cool. Yeah, let's get cracking then.
This is as good a day as any to start the rebuilding of life. The roads that lay open are many when the old one's gone under the knife. And I can feel the sun on my skin, beginning to thaw from within.
Okay, so look, this is all we're doing, real simple. Just sticking the glue on, making sure it goes on both pieces, giving it a wiggle around, spread that glue about, and then popping the nails through. We've got 32mm nails, got 36mm timber, so we should be golden. As you can see, I put gloves on. Man, this stuff is disgusting. If it gets on your clothes, it's not coming off. If it gets on your hands, you've got to use like acetone to take it off. So, and this is how I do a lot of my plywood construction stuff, is laminating two pieces of 18mm plywood together and then chucking those nails in it, because nails and glue are cheap. Job's a good one, right? Happy days. So these are all going to go off. Get all the foamy gunk out. Foamy goodness, can you see that? That's why I love this glue, because it goes off mega quick and it's nice and strong. And when you're doing projects like this, and I used it on the now sticking out there, I used it on the plywood bench. You just don't have to wait like a day for PVA glue to go off like you do this stuff. So perfect. Right, let's get these together and then we'll crack on. So for those of you that haven't used this, this is what polyurethane glue looks like when it's set in. It's getting there, but you can see it's a bit gooey. This is minging. When it's set, See, it's almost set. When it's set, you can just scrape this off with the chisel. So we'll give it 5 more minutes and then we'll whack it through the saw, because I do not want all of this ming on my saw blade. Okay, cool. So what we're going to do is going to take this little jig here, set it up on the workbench. We can clamp that down. We're going to measure 4 foot out, and that's going to be the length of the legs. And we're going to set this to set the Evo sword to 30 degrees, which will be the base cut. So obviously it's going to have a nice 30-degree angle on it. So when they sit at an X like that, it will sit nicely on the floor. Cool.
Not tomorrow, there's no time to borrow today. Well, something's gotta give. Today is a good day today, and not tomorrow. There's no time to borrow today. Well, something's gotta give. Today is a good day today. It's a good.
Okay, cool. So what we're going to do is we're going to measure 18 inches down, put a mark in, line that off, do a 45. So these are 90 mil, so we're going to do 45 as a half. And I'm going to something to drill into. So I've got some scrap MDF, so we're going to drill through to the other side. That will give us somewhere to purchase, to put our Forstner bit in there, so we can rebate our bolt. Beautiful, so that'll come through both ways. That'll give us just enough, I reckon, to get this sorted. Not doing anything. These off. Right, so look at that. Doesn't that just fill you full of joy? And that's going to pop in there. And by the time we do the second one, awesome. That's just going to give us just enough purchase on the other side. So what we'll do is obviously only don't need to we'll put a Forstner bit in both sides, just in case I screw it up. I think that's the best thing to do. All right, let's crack on.
Just take it all in. Radio's playing the song. It is true.
Okay, cool. So all drilled out. We've got opposite angles at the bottom down here, so they fit nicely. Do a test fit. See whether this is going to work or not. Oh, don't you just love it when everything fits just so? Right, put that in there. Got a locking bolt on it, or a locking nut on there. See if it's going to work. Oh, it's not 10. Where are we at? Is a 10, but the 10 wasn't in the right one. That's going to sit like that. Happy days, get the rest done then.
Baby, I need the loving of you. Baby, I need the...
Tell you what, right, I'm always trying to think of things, you know, when you've got a little bit of money and you want to build your workshop up. One of the things that I love is having things that I can just go to, like when you're working in the kitchen, right, is having stock cupboard stuff. So you can just go, well, we've got the main ingredients, what can we make? Right, cool, nice one, we can make a nice pasta meal or something like that. It's the same with having things like penny washers, bolts, nuts, stuff like these. These make life super simple. But yeah, penny washers, nuts and bolts, when you want to build jigs or you're trying to build bits and pieces, it's always worthwhile picking them up. And from what I understand, living in the UK, if you go to somewhere like Wilko's, they can you can get like a bag of nuts and bolts for like nothing. So I think what's going to happen is we're going to have one there. We're going to have two in the middle, and then three on the outside. It's working, so far it's working. Whoop. Look at the cats, look at the cats. Okay, so, right, 2 seconds. This is a start, but I don't know how much weight I want to put on this. So I think what I need to do is brace these up more, maybe just stick a beam across the bottom on each side. I think maybe what I need to do is do some thicker ones of these on here, put these along the bottom just to stop a wee wobbling, and then we'll get some cutting done. But to start, getting there with me. Getting there. Yeah, let's get those bits fixed and then we'll see how we go on. Okay, yeah, so this is a sawbuck. I think it turned out pretty well. I'm really enjoying this this laminated plywood construction. It worked really well on the workbench, and it's worked really well out here again. So yeah, so that's the birch. We've stuck 4 screws in each section, and yeah, it's turned out really nice. I put a bunch of weight on it. I stood on it. I weigh 100 kilos. It didn't even bow, so it's pretty decent. So we've got all that timber to go through. I've got all that and that needs splitting to go through, and then I got a bunch of logs at home from a tree that we had felled again to chop and then split. So it's all fun and games, but yeah, I'm quite pleased really with how it turned out. We've only really got a couple hours into it, and most of that was waiting for the glue to dry because it was well, yeah, because it was so cold in there. But yeah, you can see I've just got, can't see because I've got a bit of wood on there. So we just got bolt and washer and a locking nut in there, and yeah, nice and simple. And the other beautiful thing is it folds up, which it's just what I need really, because otherwise it's going to take up way too much space. But yeah, so we'll give it a quick test. I've not got my chaps with us, so I ain't going to do I ain't going to chop it all up, but we'll give it a quick test, make sure it works, make sure everything's good with it, and then call it a day. Cool. Happy days.
Today and not tomorrow. There's no time to borrow.
So I think I need a new chain. That's a yeah, I mean that chain's blunt as out. I didn't realise it was that blunt, otherwise I wouldn't have bothered trying. But hey, at least we've ticked one thing off the list. The sawbuck's now built, and then we can chop it and split it and then just keep cracking on, eh? Ticking, tick, 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 tick things off that list, no matter how small they are. Anyway, let me know what you think below. By all means, moan at me about my chainsaw technique, or about the sawbuck, or about anything really. I mean, I'd love to hear your thoughts. I'd love to hear what you think. And yeah, you'll have an awesome day. It's New Year's Eve here today, so I hope you have a beautiful new year. And 2021 brings us a lot more enjoyable experiences than 2020, eh? You'll take it easy, guys. You have a good one. I'll catch you later.